Hi, this is Nick Garner for Sports Talk for Kids, and I'm here in the man cave with Dan at Paulie. How's Dan Patrick as a boss?
He's great. He's not easy, if you know what I mean. He doesn't show up to work and not care. He cares a lot, but that's also tough on us because he makes us care about it every day. I got a question for you. How was interviewing him?
It was really great. He gave a lot of great answers.
Were you nervous?
Yes, very nervous. I always get nervous when I interview big guys. I just kind of get butterflies in my stomach, and it comes out okay, but...
Who was the one interview where you said, I'm getting really nervous, where I'm starting to sweat?
Probably Brian Kelly, because that was my first big one, and I'm a Notre Dame fan, and he just got off interviewing with NBC, so I felt really nervous.
That's cool, man. That's fun. You're doing good stuff here.
Well, thank you. Is there any qualifications that you feel that the Danettes need to have?
I think you have to, like Fritzy was saying, you have to have a sense of humor, but you have to, even if you don't like all sports, you have to watch and read about all sports. Like, I'm not the biggest hockey fan. I like hockey, but I read about it. I don't know a lot about the Seattle Mariners or the LA Dodgers, but because I'm not a fan of either team, but I'll read about them. So I think you have to know a little bit about a lot of sports, and not just the sports you like. It's if you just cover the sports you like, there's too many people out there listening to our show. We're national that, like, what about the stuff I like? So you got to be open-minded.
What brought you to the Dan Patrick Show?
I won a lottery. It was a lottery. It was out of it. No, I've been working with Dan for a long time. Back in 2002 at ESPN, and when he decided to leave, he asked Fritzy and myself and Seton O'Connor, and he's just fun to work with and challenging to work with. You got to have both. Can't be one or the other.
What was the difference between the Dan Patrick Show and ESPN?
Oh, the old days show to now? It's a lot more fun now. We get to cut loose and do what we want, but I think the show's better because we have less rules, so we make our own rules. And but we don't just fly off the handle and forget to talk about sports, but we also don't talk about sports so much that people forget that it's got to be entertainment too. If you're driving in your car in the morning, you don't want to hear a breakdown of the Dodgers bullpen for 20 minutes. Right. You got to have some entertainment in there.
How much freedom to talk about what you want do you have on the show?
You shouldn't have freedom to talk about what you want because I'm a big soccer fan, and I should only talk about soccer to the point where our listeners care about it. Even though I like soccer and I think soccer is growing, there's only a certain amount of our listeners and viewers who like soccer. So if I try to push soccer when it shouldn't be pushed, that's not fair to our listeners. So I think, I'm a Cub fan, but if the Cubs are 20 games under 500, I should not make them a topic. So you have to think, what do the listeners now want to hear, not what I want to say.
Well, thank you for your time, and it was great to meet you guys.
He's got a good handshake. He's far in this business.
This is Nick Garner for Sports Talk for Kids from the Man Cave. Hey, kids, let's talk sports.
Double handshake.